get into that too much. I mean, these guys are vomiting, barfing, and every other damn thing, you know, endless amounts of time. And my feeling is it's not something that, I'm glad that he did it, and he can explain it to me, and if it's all true here, that's good enough for me. Maybe not for you, but that's for you to decide. It's not my intent to try to promote this. I was all aglow. I drank till the fluid went out of my body through each pore, projected out like fibers of silk. Pretty good description. I too acquired long-lusted, iridescent mane. I looked at the dog, and his mane was like mine. And we played, wrestled, we took turns manipulating each other. Oh God, I don't know what they're doing there. It sounds like there's some sexual activity going on between him and the dog there, but I don't want to press that point. You decide that for yourself. And suddenly everything was unbearably funny. You know, people, one indication of people who are on pot or that kind of stuff are giggling. I always find everything funny when nothing's very funny at all. They're always sort of giggling like little children, so you kind of get tired of them. I remember when the Beatles were really big, they brought their teacher to America. It was called the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, something like that. And the thing, you always see this guy, and he was giggling. And, you know, you really notice that this guy's a total ass. I mean, total idiot. You really, people think that they're being attractive when they're doing this, that you like them, but in fact you don't. And they're not being attractive. And that's one of the problems with people who get into different things. They think they're in a wonderful state, and the people who see them think they're in a perfectly horrendous state. So it isn't really helping a heck of a lot if you're doing it for a personal relation with others, that a lot of people think that that's what they're doing it for. In fact, it's putting people off, and you're on the way down, but you think you're on the way up. That is the only danger. I got a kid of mine who drinks too much, and he doesn't seem to realize that he drinks too much, and I keep telling him, you know, you think you're charming and that people are enjoying your company and that, you know, you're fun. You're actually, you know, not fun. You're much better when you're in control and you're sober. People really enjoy you more, and you think that people are enjoying you because that's how it appears to you, because this thing's got a hold of you. But in fact, you aren't. And you know, I think that's all this stuff. So he's giggling and everything. Okay. Let's see. We took turns. Let's see. He was impish. The action was to me utterly, unbearably funny. This euphoria possessed me. I laughed until it was almost possible to breathe. And then finally, the world became clear. He opened his eyes. My field of vision came around. I was aware of my thoughts. But this second change, the awakening of serious sober consciousness, was generally shocking because previously I had forgotten I was a person, a man or a woman or whatever. And then the sadness was so intense when I woke up. You see, this withdrawal is apparently a very difficult thing in all these states that he weeps. Which is why I guess people start getting into these states they don't want to ever let them go, and then they're useless after that, aren't they? I mean, as far as productive human beings who can survive in a society, if you're going to deal with Al-Qaeda or someone who wants to saw your head off, you're not going to be in a very good shape to deal with the situation if you're in one of these states of being. I mean, once you're captured, okay, but if you want to try to survive in this world where people are like that, trying to do things to you that, you know, you need your defense mechanism to survive, this state isn't going to do anything for you. So I think that's the real world out there. You've got to have your head about you to survive in any real way. So he weeps when he comes back in. So that's why these people who get into this, in the end, don't ever want to come out. But of course, someone else is going to take care of them after that. So they become a burden on everybody else. Anyway, he woke up, it's dark, Don Juan covers him. I was very hungry. And he asked how I did. I think you were fine. You see, you met him. You see, sometimes he's playful, like a child, like Cocopelli, let's say, and other times he's terrible, fearsome, frolics, or dead serious. He played with you. You played with him. You're the only person I know who had such an encounter. wonderful person that he had this great encounter. You're not an Indian. It's hard for me to figure out. I don't think all these people are really Indians completely either. They're probably seem to be a mixed background, it seems. But anyway, Castaneda is not supposed to be of that background. He frolics. He makes people laugh. But I've never seen him play with anyone. So he said, don't you ever name him that way. You haven't seen enough of him yet to know him. How does Mescalito protect people? He advises. Is he real? As something you can see? Is that Mescalito? Didn't you see him last night? I said, I want to say I saw only a dog. You mean that was him? He looked with contempt at me. And there's some Spanish here, to a mama or something like that. Don't tell me if you believe it was your mama. And some other sort of curse word here in Spanish. You guys who speak Spanish, this chingada, what does that mean? What?
It's like the F word.
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you very much. I got it, okay, I always forget, and I have to be reminded. Thanks for explaining these things. Okay, August 6th. We're going to go slow here. Next time.